everyone, and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Musa, and I have my friend joining us for today's lesson. Let's say hi to everyone at home. Our theme this week has been autumn, and we're going to talk more about autumn in this lesson. But before we get to the lesson, we need to sanitize our hands. So take your sanitizer and make sure that you really sanitize your hands in between and the fingertips as well, round and round, and on the wrists. Well done. I'd also like you to just shake your hands a little to dry it and to check your social distancing. Make sure that you're not touching anyone around you. Very good. Today's lesson, we'll be talking about verbs, question words, rhyming words, and onset rhyme. Our first exercise for this lesson can be found on page 21. We are going to be talking about verbs. Now, a verb is a word that shows an action. You can see on those two pictures, someone is walking and someone is reading. Remember, an action is something you can actually do. So we are going to do a little thing here together. We are going to do some actions together. I would like you to please stand up at home and you're going to do the action I say. Are we ready? The first action is jump. Well done. The next action is run. Run like a cheetah is chasing you. Well done. The next action is swim. Like you're swimming in the ocean. Very good. And the last action, and we're going to ask our friend Zashi to join us, is dance. Whee! Dancing, dancing. Well done, everyone. So, let us take a look back at our exercise. We have the words that are meant to be circled in each sentence. Now that we know what actions are and what verbs are, let's take a look at A. Kevin ran all the way home after school. Now, we are looking for the verb. And remember, if you can't do the action, then the word is not a verb. So if I asked you, can you Kevin? That is not a verb. So our verb is the word ran. I'd like you to please circle the word ran. I want you to do this exercise by yourself. Take your time to read the sentences. And remember, if you cannot do the action, then it is not a verb. Let's take a look at number 2 of that same page. Here, they are asking you to write 4 short sentences using the verbs in the bracket. We have the word eat, drive, play, and drink. And I would like you to please use them carefully. You can see that there are pictures to help you make your sentences. Remember, a sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. The sentence must also make sense. So please think of your sentence in your head and make sure it makes sense before you write it down. I hope you really had fun with that one. I know that I enjoyed it. Let's hope you managed to complete your exercise. Let's now turn to page 22 for our next exercise. This one is very interesting. We are going to be talking about question words. Question words are fun because we use them every day, but we just don't know what they are for. So let us take a look at the table we have there. It says who, what, when, where, why, and how. And it even tells us what every question is used for. Who is a person? What is asking for information? When is a time? Where is a place? Why is the reason something happened? And how is a number or the way something is done? When we take a look at this table that we have, It shows us how to use the question words correctly. Now I would like us to attempt the exercise below. Now that we have talked about the different question words, let's take a look at this exercise. It says, choose and write the correct word from the word box. You can see from the word box we have all our question words there. I'd like us to do number 1 together. It says, dash are you doing? Remember, from our table, we saw that who, what, when, where, and why have the correct ways of being used. So here, I would say the answer is what, because we are asking for information. So our answer and full sentence will be, what are you doing? Let's move to number 5. Number 5 says, dash, are you sad? Now, this seems like it's asking for a reason, because we are noticing that someone is sad. So we want to know, why are you sad? So our answer is why. The rest of these you can do by yourselves. And remember, if you get stuck, go back to the table and check whether you use who, where, why, what, how, or when. Enjoy yourselves. Let's now turn to page 23. On page 23, we have a poem that we have to recite, but this time it is a rhyme. I am going to read this poem or this rhyme for you, and you are going to listen. So I'm going to read it twice, and then you will read it by yourselves at home. Let's start. Little leaves fall softly down, red and yellow, orange and brown, whirling and twirling round and round, falling softly to the ground. Little leaves fall softly down on the lawn to make a carpet on the ground. Then, swish, the wind comes whistling by and send them dancing up to the sky. That is a beautiful rhyme, and you can see the leaves dancing up and down. I'm going to read it one more time, but this time I want you to point out by yourselves the words that rhyme in the poem. Are we ready? Let's go. Little leaves fall softly down, red and yellow, orange and brown, whirling and twirling round and round, falling softly to the ground. Little leaves fall softly down on the lawn to make a carpet on the ground. Then swish, the wind comes whistling by and send them up dancing in the sky. Wow, I really love this poem. As you can see, they gave you an example just below about words that have the same letters which give them the same sound. On one side we have could and we have good. We have taught and it rhymes with the word bought. And all the other words we can see rhyme with each other. Your job is to write 2 pairs of words that rhyme from the poem that we have read. That is why I would like you to read it by yourselves to look for the words that rhyme together. Remember, a rhyme is when the words have the same letters or sound so that they can be the same. Let us now turn to page 24. On page 24, we can see a colorful table. And this table is also about rhyming. It's asking us to circle the word on each row that rhymes with the word on the left. Our words on the left are the yellow ones. So we have traded, great, bear, bounce, grow, throw, speak, and sail. You are going to check the yellow column against the blue, the gray, and the green column to check which word rhymes. Let's do the first one together. We are looking at the word traded. Does traded rhyme with foot? I don't think so. Does traded rhyme with behind? No, not really. Does traded rhyme with skated? Yes, that is the answer. So I'd like you to please circle the word skated. The rest I'm sure you can do by yourselves. Remember, if you come across a word you cannot sound or say, you can ask your parents to help you say the word, but not to help you do the exercise. Let us move now to page 25. On page 25, we have Onset Rime. This one is a little tricky, so we're going to do this whole exercise together. As you can see, there are two types of tables. One that has blank columns and another one that has sounds, blended sounds together. Remember, we did talk about these sounds before. And so we're now going to use these sounds to match them up with the column that is there. Remember, all the words need to be real words, very real words, my dear children, so that they make sense, just like sentences. So let's take the first sound we can see. We can see the sound at the bottom of the column, sm. Let's say sm together. Sm. Very good. Let us now look at the column where we have all the other sounds. Now, sm-ed is not exactly a word. Let's go to the next one. Snipe. No, snipe is not really a word either. Then we have smite. Not exactly the word we're looking for. Then we have smam. Not really. I think there's a better one. There's smibe. I don't know what smibe is. Then there's smike. That sounds like a made-up word as well. Then we have smile. Oh, let's say that together. Smile. That sounds like the word smile. So I'd like you to please write the sound sm next to the other sound, I'll. And I'd like you to cross that off because that means we cannot use sm again. Let's do one more together. We have the sound brr. Let's say the sound together, brr. One more time, brr. Now let's try and look for its matching sound in the column. Do we say bride? Well, we can't say bride. Wow, that was very lucky of us. Let's see if there are any more words that match with brr. There's bribe. That doesn't sound like a real word either. Then we have bright. Wow, there's another one. Okay. Then we have brime. I don't know what a brime is. That's probably not a real word either. Then there's bribe. That is a real word, but I don't think that is the correct one. Now you see why you have to go through all the sounds and all the words together, because sometimes a sound can match for more than one word, which is why when you use it, you must cross it out so that you don't use it again. For this exercise, my dears, you're going to do it by yourselves. Take your time, sound out each letter if you need to, and make sure that if there are any corrections you need to do before you say it is correct, do it. I hope you're going to have fun with this. And remember, they need to be real words. Good luck. We have come to the end of our lesson today, and I hope you had fun. Now remember, it is very important that you sanitize your hands every other time. And when you do, you know that you are protecting yourself against COVID-19. Make sure that you also check your social distancing so that you can also protect the people around you as well. But I haven't seen our friend today. Oh, Zashi, where are you? Oh, there he is. So, from my friend Zashi and I, we would like to say bye.
Hi everyone, I'm back, and if you are scared of what you read on social media, talk to your parents and ask them the questions. They know everything. Until next time, bye!
It's ShopRite's big low-price birthday. We're celebrating with big deals and even bigger savings. Like a pack of Harvest Time frozen mixed vegetables, only $22.99. And a bottle of Oros squash concentrate, just $34.99. Don't miss out on our big low-price birthday. Only at ShopRite.
Black sunrise, always gonna be a surprise, 'cause we don't know the way it's going to go, 'cause we can see the way it's going to be, 'cause we can see.
We're talking about COVID. Brother G, tell us about the day you found out you had COVID.
The day I found out I had COVID. It was a difficult day. I didn't understand how I got COVID. Because I was always covered, I was always with my hand sanitizer. It came with my wife. And that whole day, I was thinking, what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna survive. My kids, I was losing my tasting, smelling. There were some days I will test my taste buds and put like 4 or 5 chilies in my coffee. No ways. I didn't taste it.
So did you also lose your appetite in the process?
It was very funny. In the first week, no, I was chowing. I was chowing like I will wake up like midnight and make for me something. But after the first week, then the appetite was gone. When you go to bed, your body is also automatically switching off. And that's a dangerous time for COVID. It's like glass pinching you, cutting you inside your lungs. Then the heart was pumping like a rabbit pumps. You are losing a lot of fluids at night.
Is that through fever or what?
Yeah, it's through fever.
So have you experienced any side effects from having contracted COVID-19?
No, not yet. Maybe it's still coming, but not yet.
And your wife?
She was complaining about light head. It's an annoying headache. It's light, but it's annoying.
So basically you didn't take any prescribed medicine from the doctor to recover from COVID?
No, I didn't. The only thing I was using is desperate for my blood not to clot. Because for some people, when your lungs are really, really infected, your blood will start to clot from the lungs, close all the airways. That's where we are passing. I'm smoking cigarette, and when you were a smoker and COVID in your lungs now.
So then after you both found out you had COVID, what did you guys do to protect the kids?
The kids move out from the house. Booties will come, then we'll collect everything for them and just put for them outside. When they came, just grab the food and go.
So what was the biggest battle for you? Was it mental or physical?
Mentally. Mentally was the biggest battle. I'm actually an international movie maker, and my career was cut off. I couldn't put bread on the table. There were some days we have one meal for the day, then went to bed, and that was hitting me in my mind. What if Blessing get corona now? Where am I gonna go? Who can I help? There were also some people depend on us in the rural areas. We couldn't help them. My future was black, dark, dark, dark. I couldn't even see that small light at the end of the tunnel. One day, my daughter decided, now, I want to see my father today. And I just told her, yeah, she can come. The first words was, Daddy, I was praying for you yesterday night. Don't worry, Corona will go back soon. And I was asking, from where? From Namibia? She said, no, not from Namibia, from you. And you are not looking good. And she was actually heartbroken. Until today, she hates Corona. From there, then I was like, oh, okay. If the smallest one is saying this, why am I not picking me up self and do the right thing and get rid of this thing? That's where I started to run, to practice, coming to my quiet place. And actually, the main thing that broke my heart during that time was there was no one. The time of COVID, there was no one.
So can you tell us where we are right now?
We are at my silent place. I call this place my silent place. I will come here when the COVID is hitting me like 120%. Looking at the ocean, then you will hear voices like, no, you don't belong here. Today you don't belong here. Get up and go home. Some days they will nurse you like, no, you will survive. Your future is a bright future. You must not give up now. Think about your kids. Think about the people around you. Even the wind will do that. Actually, you must meditate. The thing of COVID is, looks like COVID is afraid of the warmness and is friends with the coldness. So the whole time you are baking in the sun, it helps a lot.
So is that what you did?
Yeah, I did. I will do that twice a day. This was supposed to be a golden year for me, a very, very good golden year for me. But then COVID decided, no, this is not going to be your golden year. Everything was cancelled. We, the filmmakers, this year, from the international shoots, lost lot of money.
You've lost 3 family members? Is it all due to COVID?
No, not all due to COVID. First one, my sister, she was very close to me. She contracted COVID April, and she was in ICU for 3 months. The COVID damaged her lungs, and at the stage her lungs collapsed and she couldn't breathe without the machines. Her kidneys failed, her liver has failed. COVID is real. First of all, COVID is real. It's not a joke. Most of the people, they fall away from COVID regulations. Still early to fall away from COVID regulations. We must still go in line with those COVID regulations.
And how long did you say it took you to recover?
3 weeks, 21 days.
What must somebody do to change your mind from that negative perspective to that positive?
COVID, no job, it's very dangerous. There was one day I just decided I'm gonna take a rope, go to the jetty, sit around there, and after all I will hang there by the jetty. The time I arrived here there was no wind, out of nowhere, the ocean was like angry, and it started to get cold, and I was like, but it was just nice weather. Then I sat down. Then the universe will talk with you, the wind, the sun, the ocean. That's the main thing of COVID. If you don't save yourself, no one will save you. And we must always appreciate what we have around us. That's the main thing in COVID. If you don't appreciate what you have around you, no, you will lose your head.
Smile, smile, smile. When you walk with me, I just want you to smile, smile.
My industry and what I've done with my hands in Namibia, it's going all over the world, and here you are, Papa G, you want to quit? Now, I'm excited for 2021. It's not gonna be the same like 2020 now. I'm making back in the groove.
Give me food, clothes, water, and shelter. Nothing else, no matter. You're my moonlight in my heaven. Let all my sins be forgiven. Happiness rain on me. Never let the children cry. Namibia, smile.
Man, if God be anything, He should be everything. Strength provider, the architect of every ring. Experience penny years, see the face of God and live.
I pray to God for my enemy. Why you ready? Why you baby? Wanna do? Insta baby, Insta baby, Insta baby.